Yo, what's up guys, Tech Notice here, and we've been hearing about the whole ordeal with the Apple and iPhone 6s, how they're slowing down the device because the battery is aging. Well, today we're going to be testing a device that's much older. It's going to be the iPhone 5, and we're going to see how it stacks up against the iPhone 10 here. Now, the iPhone 5 is roughly about 6 to 7 years old now. I can't be too certain what it is exactly, but just keep in mind that it is pretty old and the battery is a little bit worn out because we've been using it for the longest time, swapping it between different family members. But here you guys go. I gotta say that this is probably one of the fastest phone that I've used so far. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because it's running iOS 7.1.1. Now, this is not the firmware that came originally with this device. However, it is a lower firmware, much lower than the iOS 11 that's running on the iPhone 10 here. Now, I gotta say that I feel like the OS is the thing that's actually slowing down the device and not the battery itself. But you guys can decide for that one here. Today we're going to test the raw speed of both devices and see if the device actually slows down over time. Assume that this is pretty much a brand new device and it's running just one firmware above what it originally was. So we're going to clear out everything in the multitasking bar here. So over to the left side, you guys can see how much more convenient the multitasking switcher is for the iPhone 5. All you need to do is just tap onto the home screen on the home button and just swipe up on the tasker, where this one over here, you have to hold up and then tap onto each specific one. Then you can swipe up or you can just tap each one, which just takes a lot more time. So Apple, you guys gotta figure that one out. I feel like it's just so much more work to do it. But anyways, the raw performance here, we're gonna head back out to the home screen. We're just gonna start opening a bunch of apps and I'll show you guys which one is faster. Now, we're gonna start out with the settings. Now, 3, 2, 1. So that one, the iPhone 5 takes it. Head back out again. Next one's gonna be the phone app. So click it at the exact same time. So they seem to both have loaded up at the exact same time. So that's very impressive for a device of this caliber. So we're going to switch over to the camera. And 1, 2, 3. And it seems like the iPhone 5 took it once again there. You guys can decide on camera. I'm not seeing it exactly as you guys are seeing it on there. But so far I'm seeing that the iPhone 5 actually takes it right here. We're going to jump over to calendar. Switch over to clock. And you guys can see here that the iPhone 5 is actually beating, or at least is on par with the iPhone 10. Now, this is generations ahead, and I see no slowdown at all with the iPhone 5 here. In terms of technology and Wi-Fi, I'm sure that if I head inside Safari and we do probably speed test or some kind of comparison regarding the internet, it's probably going to be a little bit slower, but we'll just check it out anyways. We're going to hit Apple at the exact same time. They're both connected on the same Wi-Fi network. And of course, the iPhone 10 jumps out on top there, but that's pretty much the only thing. So when Apple was mentioning the slowdown process to conserve battery for the shutdown process to not just happen randomly, they said something about third-party apps and the stock apps. They haven't said anything about internet speed at all. So I'm going to assume that this has nothing to do with it, but we'll just jump over to a couple more ones here and we'll make sure that it wasn't a fluke of all this opening faster on the iPhone 5. So Passbook and Wallet, they're pretty much the same thing. And the iPhone 5 takes it once again. So you guys can see that the iPhone 5 is just the beast. I haven't had a device that actually just beat the iPhone 5 in terms of speed yet. If you guys haven't watched my other videos on the iPhone 5 against every other device, I had it pretty much since 2 years ago. I've been putting it up against everything, and the A6 processor in this is honestly just crazy as long as you guys don't update it to the new firmware. So the conclusion to all this is I feel like the operating system is the thing that's slowing it down, is bogging everything down. It's probably not the battery issue, and Apple can definitely fix all this with just a firmware update. They can actually optimize both sides, so good for the battery life and good for performance. So the solution they're giving all of us is the $50 discount on a battery replacement. So in the end, they still make $29 off of you. Plus, they have a bunch of foot traffic into their retail stores, which means that they can sell you a bunch more devices. Probably the iPhone 10 over here is going to get bogged down once again as soon as the iPhone 11, iPhone 12 comes out. So as long as you guys don't update your devices, you can use it as long as you want. And I feel like the battery is not going to crash. This one can run definitely down to 0%, and it would only turn off at 0%. So you guys having trouble with your iPhone 6s and whatnot, keep your device on the current firmware and just forget about all that. Don't waste your time and going to upgrade your battery or get a new battery. It's just completely waste of money right there. But just a quick comparison for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please take a second out of your time and just hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe and that notification button. That really helps me out and it helps this channel out. I'll provide a lot more information for you guys as soon as new updates come out. Anyways, peace out.